Welcome back to Market Day Report. We are 15 minutes to the top of the hour. We have an update in the grain and livestock trade. Let's go to Chicago. As Joe King promised, we're going to deliver. Go to Chicago and talk to our good friend Todd Horwitz, Bubba Trading. It's BubbaTrading.com. Looking very dapper again today, as always.
Thank you, Mark. Nice to be here.
Looks
Always
like
a pleasure.
you're trading in the right side here. All right. I know you don't like to look at the daily activity, and we don't, your strategy for all of our producers out there and buyers or sellers, don't worry about the minute by minute, day by day. But what a run it's been here. I just want to talk generally on long term, where we're sitting today and where we were on the 3rd, 4th of April, and what a difference a month has made.
Absolutely, and I think we've seen some pressure in the dollar, giving us a little bit of help. We've seen some short covering. Now, again, I called this, in my opinion, this was a short covering rally that just kept living on and living on. Mm-hmm. I think you can see now, especially in soybeans, you can see the backwardation. I mean, Novi was 10.20 when the nearbys were 10.53. That's telling you that this is a squeeze going on right now. We talked about a little bit about it last week. Yeah. I think there's a sure squeeze, and of course, I sent out an email to everybody this morning that I would start dumping some of that stuff in those bins. If you're storing, now is the time to start to unload a little bit. I mean, we've had a 35% move since we said that we wanted to hold. So I think it's time to start moving a little bit.
Let's take a look at the soybeans here on the day. We are back on the lower side here by 6-7 cents. Well, 7 cents lower in May, which is in delivery. Let's look at November there, down 3 1/4, Todd, and closing back in on, well, below 10.15 a bushel here right now after a high today at 10.30. You want to let some bees go here once and for all.
Yeah, I want to let go of what's in storage. I want to be hedged. My basis in September, in November should now be either 10 or 10.20. So I'm not worried about that. But what I can do now is I can capitalize on what I chose to hold in through the season and store in my bins. And now I get rid of that. I know the cash market is going crazy out there as well, which is almost the opposite of livestock. So to me, that's a sign that there's a panic out there, and I want to help them out with their panic. I want to deliver and give them something because they want it so badly. I want to share it with them.
Now, looking at, I don't have red November up there. That would be November of 2017. Any reason to put 5% out there now with where we're sitting today or not?
It's always a possibility, but again, this market comes back down to more of a liquidity issue then when you go that far out here. That's what we always have to watch for. So I would probably stay here for a little bit longer and then maybe look out and later into the future.
All right, so we are 5, 6 lower in beans. Let's go to kind of backwardation, if you want to say that, back to corn and take a look at where we are there. Down even more, 8 cents lower now in July, and December new crop down 6.5. We are at 3.90, and December new crop corn. Talk about corn.
Yeah, I think corn looks fine. Again, I was looking for a little bit of a sell-off. Now, I don't think that the sell-off will be as steep as I do believe it will be in beans. I think you want to look, and I think we'll see in the nearbys, maybe 370 will come back into play. Here, you just want to make sure that you're protected, and you want to continue to raise that basis of your ownership, because I think, again, I'm looking for a very positive season. I've been very bullish on the entire space over the period of time here, and all I'm looking for now is a reason to buy more. I want to see a sell-off, though, because, again, normally we see a little bit of excitement. I think corn was pulled up with the big push-up in beans. I think naturally we just saw people chasing, trying to figure out how to cover up what they were short. I think that move is now over. So now I think we'll see that natural sell-off, and that's what I'm looking for. And we get down to around 370, I want to be a player again because, again, I think it's going to be a very good year this year. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to see a lot of good things in our favor.
Very good. Real quick, wheat quality tour underway in Kansas and Oklahoma. They're down double digits here. The July new crop, Chicago down 13. Looking at Kansas City on that tour. We'll get updates throughout this week. July down 13 cents as well, 461 1/4. In Minneapolis, the new crop July there down 8 3/4, 540. That's the low of the day. And back in 1 minute with more Todd Horwitz of the livestock trade. After this, we'll be right back.